All right.
Here we are.
Here we go. Episode 3. We're doing it. We're
Yes.
doing it every week. So
And yet
far.
again, I'm in a t-shirt. Maybe one day I'll actually have something professional on.
Actually, yesterday was back to school night. We actually looked nice.
Yeah, we did.
But the recording did not happen. So that's okay. Here we are in t-shirts.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. And so today we, so hold on, my bad. I have the strap around my wrist and that's awkward. Okay. That's better. Today we're going to talk to you about more about Girls Trip, another learning experience that they had. Yeah.
Yes. By the way, don't worry. We're going to get into the classroom, but right now we just have some really great things that came out of last summer, and so we're focusing on them for right now. Our theme for this week is authentic relationships. What can come about through authentic relationships? Now, we're a faith-based school, so one of our we have a threefold mission at our school, and one of them is endeavoring to intentionally have Christ-centered relationships,
right?
Or fostering those
Christ-centered relationships.
So we would say that we're going to encourage you guys to foster authentic relationships with your kids,
right? Because not all of us are blessed enough to be able to be in a private school, and so if we were doing this at a public school, which probably you are, we would want to foster authentic relationships with our students, because research has shown that when you have a good, trusting relationship with your students, they will not only learn more, but they'll want to learn more from you.
Right, absolutely. So, we're going to... All right, so now, as you know, this was a very outside of the classroom experience, and we were going from place to place on a bus, so...
Yeah, and so, first of all, I just have to say, we have these, I think it's probably pretty loud in here. Check that out. Okay.
This is how we roll.
Actually, that's actually an example of trust, and we have students that are always hanging out with us.
Yeah,
what?
I'm just making sure.
Kids come in and they eat with us, and, we have a really amazing job.
We do.
Anyway, so we're on a school bus for 2 weeks, going from place to place, and fun things happen.
And we didn't realize how far places were from each other. When we planned out this venture, we thought, it'll just be a couple hours in between stops, and it did not end up that way.
No, because some people have to go potty a lot. Little B, that's a shout out to you. Or whatever. You need to get a coffee, or you want to stop and look at something. We've done that many times.
Yeah, we saw a produce stand and we're like, we're stopping, So, but all that to say is that through serendipity and spontaneity, cool things happened. So we wanted to show you that.
Yeah, and just as a heads up, we just gave the camera to the students, and they just passed it back into the bus.
That's right.
And so we were up front doing our thing, navigating, and then the kids did that. So take a look at these clips from moments that were in the bus that were happening. Some of them we knew of, some of them we did not even realize were going on. And that was what was so cool about it. You'll see kids learning from other kids, and building relationships and learning how to trust one another. At the beginning of the trip, it was kind of quiet. They didn't really, because a lot of these students don't necessarily know each other really well, know of each other, but maybe not really well. And so it's about learning who these other people are on the bus, and deciding whether these are people that I want to trust or not. And as that trust builds and you get to know people more, then things get a little fun.
All right, so enjoy.
Yeah.
92 jars of butter on the wall, 92 jars of butter. You take one down, pass it around, 91 jars of butter on the wall.
We have to start at the same time. That's stressful. Do you go straight to the seat? Okay.
one down, you pass it around. 8 jars of butter on the wall.
Okay, Rachel, what are you attempting to do?
I'm gonna fit my fist in my mouth, but I don't think I can do it.
You can do it. Let's see. Let's
I
see.
don't know where to put my thumb. Like, ooh, I can only go that far. It's like my knuckle. Okay. 2 jars of butter. You take one down, you pass it around. 1 jar of butter. 1 jar of butter. 1 jar of butter. You take one down, you pass it around. 2 jars of butter. I've never made it from 99.
That was commitment, for real.
Oh my goodness. Learning. Wait, do it. The ukulele.
Rachel, maybe you should have taught her how to hold it first.
Yeah, you're holding it up. Am I? Yeah. It's like sideways. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Start with the bridge?
And then
It's like,
So you do it twice, the 2 G's, right? Well, and then the last F, you just do one.
but just one. I'm gonna forget this. Okay.
Are we starting over?
Yeah.
Yeah, start.
Tunnel.
There you go. Oh my god.
I got mega hard eyes for this watercolor right there.
You got mega hard eyes.
Oh my goodness, let me get my camera. Oh my Lanta.
Oh, girl. It's your turn.
I spy with my little eye something purple.
The
Like this game.
the little purple wildflowers.
Yes, your turn. I like this game. Go.
Yes. I spy with my little eye something white.
The car in front of the
yes.
silver truck.
Yes.
Yes. Did you point out the first one that I said?
Oh.
The finger
first
rock with the
one
bulby on it?
is finger rock with the bulby on the top.
I spy with my little eye something green.
Are you serious? Literally everything out here is green.
Come on.
The succulent doodaddies. Nope. The bushes with the yellow flowers on the top. The other bushes that don't have yellow flowers.
Nope.
The other plants that I haven't named yet. The long stringy plants. The trees.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I spy with my little eyes something gray.
Gray. The gray SUV up
No.
at the front. The back of the sign.
Ah,
Yeah. I
Yes.
spy with my little eye something teal.
one of the most memorable things in this whole trip, which says a lot because truly, like, every moment on this trip was amazing. But making lasting friends is a part of this trip, and I got one right here.
Even though the trip ends, it's just begun.
It's just begun. We still get at least another year with you. For the rest of you, we get 2 more years. And I guess we want you to know, or maybe both of us, I could probably speak for her too, that being a teacher is more than being a teacher. It's about being a mom, being a counselor,
Thank you for watching the vlog.
Okay. Am I good?
Yeah. By the way, we're doing this at lunchtime.
Hashtag teacher life.
Checking teeth. Okay.
All right.
So you just watched some pretty funny moments in there. So like, for example, 99 jars of butter on the wall, which they just came up with that.
We did not ask them to do that. And by the way, we did not ask them to stop. So that's an important piece too, is allowing them to have that freedom to do it and not be annoyed by it. Because it'd be really easy to be like, oh man, really, what are they doing? But to realize that there was so much value that came out of it. The commitment was a big one, but what else did you observe?
Well, I was just going to talk about not making them stop for a quick second in that, let's be honest, when you're counting down from 100 in a song like that, you're just like, oh my goodness. And actually, when I was cutting this, I had them all of them in a row, and she was like, you got to mix that up because I'm annoyed already and no one's going to watch that. But we wanted you to see that they started at 100 and they went all the way down to 1. But yeah, so going back
their personality came through, their joy for life came through, their camaraderie was tightened through that.
Yeah.
They were like, we're going to unify, we're going to do this.
And there were moments I could totally tell when some of them were ready to quit, and then another one would like kick it right back in, and then they kept building on each other. So it was a safe place for them to be silly. And there were lots of silly moments like that. Wait till you see another episode when they're being old men around a campfire. That's a great one.
That's another one.
Anyway, but then you also saw moments where you had a student learning how to play the ukulele. What'd you call it? The ukulele or something like that. And she's learning how to play that. I mean, how fun is that? I didn't even know that one of the other students in there there were 3 girls on our bus that knew how to play the ukulele.
And we had no idea. And so just seeing them teach each other, because they were learning because they were interested in it, but giving them that opportunity for that to happen. But again, we had to create a safe environment where we were allowing them to build those authentic relationships. That's where it could really begin to happen. And then they also wrote a song. And so just today, one of the girls made a sticker from the summer.
Oh, do you have it?
And I slapped it on my computer, and then the song was running and running and running in my head.
Yes.
Here, I'll grab it.
Okay, and so while she's getting that song is not actually in this video because I didn't get a good recording of it while they were doing it in the bus, but I do have that for you in another video. But it's called Sweet California Peach. and Chunky Girls is one of the little inside jokes that we wound up making between all of us on the trip. Yeah. And that whole girl
that's where it came from. Yeah.
That's where it came from. Actually came from Despicable Me.
Oh yeah.
And so you saw that in the Yosemite when the Yosemite scene opened up, and they were like, whoa, it's just like, whoa, right? So cool, like little inside jokes like that can be built with your students. Doesn't have to be on a bus. Can totally be in the classroom, just getting to know your kids.
Like I have a secret handshake with a couple of the dudes in my class, because that's just a way for me to connect with guys. Like, you have your little fancy handshake or whatever. Why would we put a video of us being really silly in there?
Yeah.
To this day, if I do this, it's just making her crack up.
Die.
The kids need to see us being real, that teachers can be real. We're real human beings. We love to laugh. We love to have fun. And of course, it's not just modeling them a life, but it's also helping them to see that we're relatable too, and crazy young women as well. Yeah,
that we're not afraid to be silly and to sing with them and to play I Spy. Silly things like that. High schoolers love this stuff. So so be real with your students. Let them know that you are a human being. You're not just just a teacher. You're an actual person who cares about what's going on in their life. Try to make it to the after school games if you can.
But here's my biggest takeaway for me is this relationship. So the reason we're doing this vlog is because we spent hours and hours and hours basically in professional development for 2 solid weeks.
Yeah.
And this resulted from it. So we have developed a collaborative relationship that is two-way. So yesterday I had a moment like, I don't know what I'm doing in my class tomorrow. And she said, well, just have them watercolor about what you want them to do. And I thought, I can do that. And show them. I mean, they
Should we go show them?
yeah, I should go show them.
Okay, come with us. Come check this out.
Come their stabilization.
Here's the results of some of.
I asked them, what do you know about biology? Just tell me. And I was just amazed. And I get insight to who they are, how, like their learning style is evident here. Just what they love. You can tell the kids who just have these amazing abilities that I would not have had any idea. So I asked what was the highlight of your week on the way out, and a number of them said just getting the chance to paint and express myself was one of their highlights. So, but that came about because in a moment of just like distress and angst and overwhelmingness, she spoke into my life, and because again, we've built this authentic relationship.
Yeah, so of course this particular post is about building relationships with your students, but it's also hopefully for you a takeaway that you also want to try to build relationships with your colleagues, because you can build off of each other and help each other out and lift each other up in moments when you might need that. So
this relationship allowed me to build relationship with my kids. Right?
Relationship's always a good
pretty
thing
cool.
when it's positive. So
Yay.
I think that's our closure for the week,
Yeah.
and we'll be back next time.
Who knows with what adventure?
We'll see.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Bye.
Ready? Wait.
Boop. Get it, find it. Oh, you went over it. I
Thought you weren't supposed to feed the wildlife.
gave you a pumpkin seed and then you didn't find it.
You did. You don't have it. What happened? What? What's the matter?
Tire.
Oh! You might want to roll your window up.
He's right there.
Oh my! Oh! Oh! Oh!
No, we're waiting for
Oh my God!
I'm gonna grab the GoPro. He's gonna climb up.